wins the match. Zhu Jiner is going to have to play her absolute best, but also play.
Here we go. We do have our split view here in order to catch all the action, and Eileen immediately treating us to a very unique opening. I was actually noticing that Eileen played that King's Gambit. Remember earlier in the event, I said, wow, this is a very exciting game. How about this? This looks like a little bit of something familiar, James. I think maybe people watching, it's always nice when maybe an opening that you're familiar with or that you play your games gets some airtime, because this is not the most popular at the highest level.
Yeah, what is this, Vienna?
Exactly.
Nice little Vienna.
Gambit, right?
Yep.
Knight C3
right.
and F4.
And then also we have Bibisara with her vintage King's Indian.
And it's going to be a fighting position in both games, and that's what you would expect. Take note that both of these matches could end immediately, right? Because Muzichuk, technically at 1.5, can win and move to 2.5, the target score. Meanwhile, Bibisara with a win or a draw would be sufficient. We have a King's Indian on the board on our left, as well as potential for opposite sides castling, and at least an unorthodox and aggressive opening in the Vienna Gambit on the board on the right. So, James, definite chances for a win from any player that you see on your screen right now.
Big fan of the lovely facing again. I love playing the King's Indian, but also playing against it too as well. When you have fun openings like the H4 type ideas here that we see. And this Vienna is very sharp, but C4 is a really, really strong move. So obviously, is it just better? Oh, it is. Eval Bar agrees, but I'm like, is it just better? Like, is it just good here? C4.
Assaubayeva, an interesting game here where we see King F1. That is not a mouse slip for castling. That is well intentioned to get to the G2 square in order to leave the rook on the H file, in fact. But this is not necessarily a position where Black's king is the one being attacked. White's king, I think, is just feeling just as much of the pressure.
It's scary because my king coming to G2, maybe Queen G1 and get it to H2 is a possibility. Or Queen H2, that is. Very scary for both sides, I believe. But I do like King G2 anyway. Queen G2, Queen G1, Queen H2. Try to get something over there and walk the king back around, but wow, anything can happen. There's also, okay, she takes, puts the bishop on C4. Very nice.
Now, I know this is a bit of a strange move here, but I may give some consideration to B5. I'm a little bit worried about this D6 move for obvious reasons. The Black king would have nowhere to go from G8. So I'm looking at this position from Zhu Jiner. There's definite counterplay. Knight H5 comes to mind here because it blocks the H file, and I'm liking the position for White here.
I like both positions for White actually. Queen E2, very solid. Bring in the Queen takes C4 or Knight C4 after Bishop E6 looks very nice for White. And on the other position, lie on f7. Pawn takes a bit, knight takes e5, bishop takes. So, I mean, it's not technically, I guess, it's not all the way over yet.
No, I think the move e6, if we see that from Yelene here, punching through, forcing that knight to move, then comes d7, opening up the bishop. That looks like a very solid idea, but f4 played, which is definitely a mistake. It's given a question mark, and why is that? Because the rook will be able, after a capture, to slide over to e8 and just keep the game alive, preventing e6 and intending to capture on e5.
What happens now after knight takes? Oh, there's can't go d7. So knight takes. He takes on b7. Bishop takes.
James, this game has been completely thrown, I think. The advantage is no longer there. You almost start to worry about the pawn on d6 being targeted, but a must-find move is knight b6 and played on the board. If you play rook e7, watch out for rook to g8. Rook e6, what is this? That's a horrible blunder.
Yeah, it's still there. Yeah, it didn't happen. It's on the board. Rook g8 happens. Eileen wins.
This is completely winning.
Unless some type of knight fork. I can see that happening. It's possible, but okay. Let's not.
Zhu Jiner against Bibisara is a must-win situation for. Oh my goodness! We showed up and a knight was hung in one move.
Oh.
White had a huge advantage there, James, but a hanging knight.
Oh my goodness, tough, very tough. It looks like Bibisara wins that one too, and she advances. Zhu Jiner is eliminated. Bibisara Assaubayeva.
Look at this, James. We showed up. The position was a resounding advantage for Zhu Jiner, winning or getting a winning position back against the wall, pressure on, and then playing the move knight to e6 here. Double question mark for the obvious knight recapture, a backwards knight move, but obviously something that needs to be spotted. And after that, the immediate resignation, and with the win, Bibisara does win that match, that 4-game match, and